Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, and this is our predicted lineup for Tottenham's match against Southampton this opening weekend. But before we get into it, do smash that like button, get your score predictions into the comments down below, and let's get going, everybody. We're first going to start with Spurs' predicted lineup, and we are going to start with the goalkeeper, everybody, and it is going to be our main man, Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris, he played plenty this preseason, and actually is probably expected to play plenty the season ahead. Fraser Forster, I'm not really sure what games he will be reserved for. We do have a good backup goalkeeper, but Hugo is going to get a lot of game time this season. Expect him to be put under a little bit of pressure by Southampton's kind of two front strikers, or if even just one striker, Che Adams. They do like to press teams high up the pitch, so Hugo will be expected to be having plenty of the ball in this game, plenty of possession, but he has been working on it under Antonio Conte. We're going to move next into our right-sided center back. Our right-sided center back is Christian Romero, everybody. Christian Romero looked fantastic this preseason. Our most aggressive center back by far, as well as our best center back, I would say, in general. He's also looked really good on the ball this preseason, as well as last season. Probably our best center back in possession when it comes to making those dangerous passes to sort of break the lines or sort of kind of get us out of pressure. Everybody loves Christian Romero, and this season he could maybe be showing people what he's truly made of. The other one is going to be Eric Dyer here, everybody. Eric Dyer looked a bit shaky defensively this preseason, expected to be a leader, though, in that back line, and I even could predict that he might have his best ever Spurs season coming up into it, because Conte has given him a lot of, kind of value in this team. He's given him a lot of confidence. You could maybe see him having, one of the best ever seasons he's had in his career in a Spurs shirt. But we're going to move on to our left-sided center back. Our left-sided center back being Ben Davies, everybody. Ben Davies, I think, was probably one of the most consistent players last season. He was also really reliable, not too flashy, didn't really take too many risks or anything, was just a very reliable as well as consistent left-sided center back for Spurs. If he isn't available, do expect maybe Longley to come in. He did have an injury, this preseason, Ben Davies, and he might actually be left out, maybe not to risk him, but it didn't really get mentioned or anything in the press conference, so I am expecting Ben Davies to start. And then we're going to look at our right wing back, Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal, this is a bit of a controversial one because it's a bit of a toss-up between him and Doherty. Doherty is coming back from a very serious injury that he did receive against Aston Villa. He was preferred at one stage to Conte, and a lot of people still believe that he is actually still, the preferred right wing back. But Doherty was given a lot of minutes, I think, in preseason to, regain some fitness, regain some confidence, and it sort of then makes me think that perhaps the first game of the season might be given to Emerson Royal, and then quickly it will transition maybe into Matt Doherty, who will then, gain a bit more fitness, gain a bit more confidence, but he might just stick with Emerson, who is a bit more fit, as well as you could say probably in, better shape in general, and also not really dealing with any injury problems whatsoever. It's a bit of, kind of a toss-up, I would say. Easily could be wrong because he does like Matt Doherty, but we're going with Emerson. The other one being Ryan Sessegnon. Ryan Sessegnon coming into this team mostly because, again, similar logic to Emerson is that it feels like, Conte's not going to risk a player, who has, come back from an injury. In the case of Ivan Perisic coming back from an injury, he will go with somebody that he knows is maybe reliable, at least fitness-wise, and that is going to be Ryan Sessegnon. He's also looked a lot bigger, a lot stronger this preseason. We do hope that Ryan Sessegnon is going to be a fit and reliable player for Spurs because he, has struggled to be. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is going to come into it as well. We do predict him to be in the midfield. That mostly has to do with the fact that Basuma is unlikely to play with a tight hamstring issue, as well as Skip, being out for 2 to 3 weeks. So pretty much is Højbjerg, Papa Matasar, and Bentancur left. Big game for Højbjerg as he is coming up against his former side, and he did not look very good in preseason. The other one being Bentancur here. With Bentancur, I think he's probably looked like the most comfortable player in preseason. Looked unbelievable on the ball. Looked so, just comfortable, kind of elegant, and we're really looking forward to see what Bentancur can do this season. Probably one of the first choice midfielders, and is really probably expecting to come into his own, I would say, this season. The other one, or we're moving into the forward line now, and is going to be Dejan Kulusevski. Again, Dejan, is probably going to be seen as one of the main sort of kind of attackers for Spurs this season. Came into the club last season midway through and, hit, the Premier League season with a bang. And will he carry it into this season? I think most, Spurs fans would like to think so, but we are expecting Kulusevski to start at least, the first game of the opening campaign. And it also has to do with the fact that Richarlison is out with suspension as well. So there definitely is no chance of Richarlison showing up. Sonny, though, is going to be our left winger, of course. Sonny looked like a pure natural in this game, or in the preseason. He's able to go to his home country, be able to, do training as well as preseason there. He's looked insane this preseason, looked probably lethal from the beginning, looked ready from the beginning. He probably could have started, the Premier League, season right away. I'm really excited to see what Sonny can do, because can he even better that Golden Boot campaign? I really doubt it, but we'll see if he can. And then we're going to move into Harry Kane. Harry Kane, of course, the starting striker for this one. We're going to go with a 3-4-3, something that we're probably quite familiar with as Spurs fans, but there is your predicted lineup. Harry Kane also being expected to come with a big season. He only really started playing well about halfway through last season, and if he gets going early this campaign, something that he's always kind of struggled with, starting campaigns well early, then the rest of the Premier League, I'm pretty sure we'll take notice and we'll definitely be worried. But we're actually now going to transition everybody into Southampton's predicted lineup. And I don't really know, too much about what Southampton's going to be going with, this season. It's going to be kind of a bit interesting if you ask me. When it comes to Southampton, I'm just, a bit interested, what, they're actually going to feel, because they've been experimenting with, a 3 in the back this whole preseason. They also used a 3 in the back at one stage against us, but will they go with what they know, which is that 4-4-2 or that 4-2-2-2? Probably, it is their first game of the preseason, or their first game of the actual season. But, according to many reports, they are experimenting heavily with a back three. Gavin Bazunu, the new signing, the Irish keeper, very highly rated, at least by myself and Dave, is going to probably be the starting keeper since Fraser Forster left. We're expecting maybe Bella Kotchap to start in this one. It could be, a bit of a risk maybe to start him since he is only new to the club. Jan Bednarek as well as Salisu would then form the back three, basically forming, a back five of sorts, alongside with Kyle Walker-Peters and then Moussa Djenepo. When it comes to that, left wing back, it could be, anybody like Perot, who's a left back for them, but he's more of a defensive left back. I'm not really sure who they'll go with if they are to go with that 3 in the back for those wing backs, because Kyle Walker-Peters is, of course, kind of first name on the team sheet, but with Livramento, I believe, being out and actually injured for this game, we're not really sure if they are going to go with the 3 in the back, because, who would they actually play at left wing back? But like I said, just to take a bit of a shot in the dark, I am expecting maybe Southampton to field this 3 in the back, and maybe it might be Moussa Djenepo, to play there. James Ward-Prowse is going to be joined by, classically Romeo, his kind of defensive midfield partnership. And then we do expect Joe Aribo to make his start in some shape or fashion this game. It'd be weird if he were to come off the bench. I feel like he is going to start this one. Maybe he plays through the middle. Maybe he plays out wide as a winger. And then we're going with Adam Armstrong and Che Adams up top, which basically forms a 3-4-1-2 or a 3-5-2 of sorts for Southampton. So 2-5 in the back formations, or 2-3 in the back formations is what we predict to happen this game. Everybody, do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe if you are new to the Irish Hotspur. Do let me know what you think of this predicted lineup, if you like this new format, what you think of my predictions for the predicted lineup. A lot of shots in the dark, I would say, when it came to Southampton. But anyways, everybody, as always, come on you Spurs, in Conte we trust, and I will be seeing ya.